I decided to make this type of video because it's like interesting, and also, I feel like a lot of people, miss out this opportunity, and I still think that even though they make it to that college, like they still don't celebrate it and they don't even know about it. I mean, that's just sad part of reality, and I get it, like what you're talking about, right? I will break it down in this video, right? Very thoroughly, right? So so you know that it's just part of tradition, it's part of normal. Like every year and every time a year goes by, on their birthday people celebrate, right? People always celebrate on their birthday. That's always normal for everyone, right? I mean, yes, I mean, do you ever heard that you celebrate like how many days old you are, like whether you're 1,000, 2,000, or 10,000, or whatever number that is, right? So yeah, I mean, just like specific, like detailed, birthday, right? I mean, it can happen, but it's just not exactly on your birthday, right? We know that 10,000 divided by 365 days a year, it's not gonna be exact number, right? It's gonna be in fraction, right? So yeah, this is why people typically don't celebrate these type of weird accomplishment, right? I don't call it weird, but you guys have different opinion about it. But we all have different opinions, and we all react differently, right? So yeah, so I'll tell you like when I turn 10,000 days old. So I'm turning 10,000 days old on December 27th 2025, right? So yeah, I think 2025 is, I can say, one of the reasons why this year is gonna be special for me, because wow, like right before New Year, I feel like my birthday has come again, right? Right before the 2026 New Year, right? And 2026 will be another special year, officially, like I'm 10 years out of high school, right? So yeah, getting out of high school is probably one of those very big accomplishment goals, right? Yeah, that everybody look forward to and all that stuff, right? So yeah, so how do you know if you're 10,000 days old, and how do you know if you passed it? So based on the calculator, if you just divide 365 days, or whatever number of days in a year, divided by the days, it's not gonna come out exactly like a whole number, right? So yeah, I mean, you should definitely celebrate, because it takes you 27 years for you to become at least 10,000 days old, right? I know that most people don't celebrate at 1,000 days old, yeah, because yeah, because we're just too young. And also yeah, if you're 1,000 days old, then you're probably just barely past your toddler years, right? So that's just the truth. That means like you'll be like almost 3 years old, right? So yeah, because yeah, it is a little over 27 years, right? Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people have not passed this milestone yet. So yeah, because you only turn that one time, I think you should celebrate as much as you could, because once you pass it, you cannot look back. I mean, that's the problem with time. It can only go forward, not go backward, right? So yeah, do I have any plan to celebrate my 10,000 day living in this world? I don't have specific any plans yet. I mean, it's still kind of too far. It's still like almost a year away. So yeah, but it'll be much better, it'll be much more bigger celebration if it happens on the New Year, which I missed by like a few days. I'm like, oh well, can't always get what you want, right? So yeah, it's 2 days right after Christmas. So yeah, if I was born like 2 days earlier in this world, then I'm gonna turn 10,000 day on Christmas. That is insane, man. December 27th of 2025 is a really crazy day. It's just crazy like you turn 10,000 day old, whether your birthday or not, but you celebrate your milestone like during a holiday, which makes it much more easier, right? I know that people hate having birthday around their holiday. I totally agree with that, because you don't want to like over celebrate sometimes, right? I mean, you want to celebrate, like evenly distribute, throughout the year. Like you want to celebrate like, like 2 or 3 months, at a time. Yeah, that makes more sense. Cannot celebrate every day. That's another thing, why, people don't celebrate these, typical weird milestone I called, right? I feel like you're gonna celebrate too much, like you're a Pacific Coast, like, you hit your 10,000 day old, you're like 1,000 week old, you're in this and that, right? So, yeah. Or however many months old, you're 100 months old, or you reach your 200 months old, whatever that accomplishment is, right? So, yeah, I mean, if people have a lots of, money and time for this, then of course they could celebrate these type of accomplishment, but yeah, life is tough sometimes, and I see people even, they cannot even celebrate their, birthdays, so-called birthdays at all, right? So yeah, that's just the sad reality. They didn't even have to work on their birthdays, just like literally no days off, right? I mean, that does sound pretty sad, but it is what it is, So yeah, tell me, what you thought about this, video, of me turning 10,000 days old. I got a message to all my viewers, if you have not hit your 27th birthday, then you still got a chance to celebrate, the day you turn 10,000 days old. And for those of you who already passed the 27th birthday, just hope that, you're not over 10,000 days old, because or else you can't celebrate it, right? Yeah, so if you don't know like when you turn your 10,000 day old, is that simple, I don't need to directly say it. It's just pretty simple. I say it real quick. You need to know your day of birth, right? And add 10,000 days to it. And then you will know when you turn that 10,000 day old. I'm like, there are so many calculators, like you could type it on your Excel, you could type it on your internet, you could type on the date calculator. It will calculate exactly when you turn 10,000 day old. Right? It will tell you, right? And it will be weird and funny that if people celebrate like, oh, they hit this certain milestone, like 1 million seconds old, or or 10,000 hours old, or something like that. But I know a year is almost 10,000 hours, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's why a year does feel short, obviously, because 1 hour just go by like a snap of the finger. Or just like zip, we passed like hundreds of hours, right? So yeah, I cannot believe we're 3 weeks into this year already, and yeah, it's gonna be gone very soon, So yeah, I mean, big milestone that's common, like people celebrate their 25th birthday, their 50th birthday, or their 100th birthday, right? I forgot to tell you another reason, like why you should celebrate your 10,000 days old, right? I'm like, well, like you might call this lame, but I don't care if you dislike or you call it lame or not, right? Or you disagree with my opinion. I mean, people don't understand like how valuable it is to turn 10,000 days. Why is it so valuable to me? Because your life is too short, right? And you might be gone unexpectedly, right? Trust me, life is so short that that's what the scariest part is about the future. The scariest part of looking into the future is that unexpected things happen, right? And some unexpected thing happen, that some biggest surprise is that you might be gone, right? That could be the biggest surprise right there. And once you're gone, then your life ends, and that's when you stop aging, right? So yeah, let's just say that you turn like this year old, and once you're gone, you cannot claim that you're older and older. You cannot claim that. That's just a sad reality, right? So I've been living in this world for like almost 26 and a half years, and I see now a lot of people don't even make it to their first birthday, right? Whether they get abortion or not, right? Or I don't know what it is, right? Yeah, and some people die in accidents. Some people get sick really early, right? Especially older, like a lot of people don't live to life expectancy because life was so rough and they just die, you know, due to like sickness and wars going on, right? So yeah, it's just sad that, you know, not everybody will die of an old age, right? So yeah, some people, there's two reasons why people never you know, celebrate this type of milestone. It's like they either don't live up to it, or they either, you know, just like they didn't realize they passed it away. They way past it already, right? So yeah, that's just, you know, the saddest part that I'm just saying right here, right? So yeah, it's a good thing, you know, I really noticed about it. I should have posted this like, you know, a long time ago, but I noticed it, and I didn't think about this, you know, video idea, right? I think I started to notice like as soon as like a couple years ago, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, from your 99th day to like, you know, I think once I hit 10,000 a day old, then, you know, the number, I'll be no longer, you know, 4 digits, you know, days already. Now, you know, it's into the 5 digits, you know, territory, right? I mean, there's no way I can get up to, you know, the 6th digit, or call it the 10,000 day, the 100,000th days, because, you know, nobody can live up to past 100, right? Except for very few exceptional, but still, you know, nobody can go past, like, I think the longest person that ever lived was only 120 years old, and that's about it, you know, and nobody ever touch 120, age 120 again. So yeah, these are the, you know, typical milestones that people know, but there's some that's just not obvious, and it just needs to be recognized, right? And I see that some people do recognize it, because I look at Google Image and they do celebrate, you know, these type of, you know, like a so-called, you know, unusual, you know, milestone they don't even know about, right? So yeah, you know, someday, you know, we might hit, you know, like a specific, you know, special day, or, you know, weird day, or, you know, a day, you know, that has like, you know, the best pattern, you know. But yeah, you know, just once in a while occasion thing. I remember I did make a day about, you know, like 2022, you know, born on Tuesday, you know, on the February like 22222, right? So something like that. I forgot what that term is called. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's just crazy, you know. It's crazy, man, that people don't see this type of, you know, pattern, right? I mean, year 2020 could have been, you know, my biggest special year, because that's when I got LASIK for my eyes and got my vision back to 2020, right? Year 2020 is a special year for the eyes. So wow, I gotta say, you know, like, if I may pass, you know, 10,000 day old, which I'm most likely gonna do, then you can say that I'm living, you know, in this special modern time. But every modern time seems to have, you know, special moments, right? So yeah, you know, but it is what it is, you know. I'm gonna have to end off video off here, and yeah, you know, maybe I'm thinking about making more, you know, special accomplishments for this year, right? You know, coincidentally. So bye.